Here, make
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast. Another week, another episode, and of course, always the pleasure of being joined by my homie, my co-host.
Jordan Thomas from Fantasy Sports Corp and True Serum Football. Welcome to the Weekly Throwdown.
It is the third week, right, Jordan? We're back live. We had to record the last one, but we're back live on this one. And like as everybody know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you're familiar yet, week after week, me and this gentleman over here throw it down, man. We got a lot of different views from each other, but it's a battle style clash. Winner takes all kind of matchup. 5 rounds. May the best men win.
And that's usually me, but we got all the takes, the hot ones, the cold ones, the lukewarm ones, whatever you're here for, we're probably delivering. And yeah, Elio, I believe you're fresh off of a knockout.
I took an L the last time, man. But, you know, your boy may be down, but he's never out. So without further ado, let's get this popping. Get the popcorn ready. Boys and girls, children of all ages. Everybody, tune in. It is time for the throwdown. And of course, before we throw it back to our hot British lady, you know what I'm saying, Mrs. Doubtfire, please go ahead and do us a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications because you don't want to miss any of this madness week after week. Okay, go ahead after that and go to visit Underdog Fantasy, our sponsor. Download the app, use the code Throwdown, and we're gonna double up your deposit up to $100. So
Hell yeah, British lady, take us in.
It seems you boys didn't do so well in the March Madness tournament. I, of course, predicted an All-South Florida final. Do you think my prediction will stand correct and we have an All-South Florida championship?
Well, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to go first, man. God, I hate to agree with this woman, dude. But you know what? Your boy's going to rep South Florida all day. It's all about South Florida. It's all about the U. It's all about FAU. Listen, man, you got this is what you're going to get. You're going to get UM against the FAU Owls, man. I'm calling the biggest Cinderella matchup of the history or the NCAA. And it is what it is, man. That's going to be my matchup. But again, the reason why I say this, because why not? This year has been a complete difference maker. Brackets are all screwed up. 80 million people have completely thrown their stuff out the way by the second round. But look, I want to make sure. Look, right now, FAU is the biggest Cinderella story in the history of NCAA basketball, right? They're on such a historic run. You know, they're the first team to make the Final Four in its first or second NCAA double tournament since Seton Hall in 1989. All right, the first 9 seed to beat a 3 seed. Seeding began in 1979. The third 9 seed to reach the Final Four. The ninth or lower to reach the Final Four since the seeding began. So listen, everybody keeps their division and still came up and did work. Now, with Miami, that's been a little different story. UM has been a program in the making, right? Jim Larrañaga, since he joined with them, who took George Mason, by the way, you know what I'm saying, to the Final Four before he joined Miami, he has been building a program where you could see that Miami was getting to that point, the University of Miami. You could see that they were getting to that point because as Larrañaga joined the team, Miami has had 2 Sweet 16 runs, 1 Elite 8, and a round of 32, now a Final Four since he took over the team. So look, again, it's all about the U, all right, baby, and the FAU Owls, baby. Woo-hoo.
Woo-hoo. So I like your new strategy, Elio. Take up all the damn time so I don't have a chance to even throw my punches. But before I absolutely obliterate you, want to give a big shout out. David Genis, Travis Sumter, Freddie Goodell. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the comments and keep them coming. But listen, as much as you Florida boys would love this all Florida final, It's not going to happen. UConn has absolutely ran this tournament. I saw it live myself against Gonzaga at the Elite Eight. UConn went 87-63 against Iona, 70-55 St. Mary's, 88-65 to Arkansas, 82-54 against Gonzaga. Not only have they beat everybody in their path, they've absolutely destroyed them. And much like me, UConn is bringing it home.
You know, one thing that UConn has going for them, the last blue blood there left, right, is that Danny Hurley's leading the pack, and he's probably got to get something on top of his, baby brother Bob Hurley, and is maybe winning a championship. But this is all about the U, baby, NFAU. It is what it is. British ladies.
Point. E-Man.
You knew I wasn't going to lose that one.
Rigged! Rigged!
You know I was going to lose that. Hey, listen, I'm a New York transplant, baby, but I've been down in South Florida, and when it comes to non-traditional, professional sports, hey, college game is fucking Homer style. It's open field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, all I'm going to say is next week after UConn whoops that ass, y'all can come back and say you're sorry. What's next?
Lamar Jackson's relationship seems to be souring with the Baltimore Ravens. Will he be saying never more to Baltimore and find a new home? Or will Harbaugh have him asking who's better than them?
I'm going to go first on this one, and I just want to say we're 3 episodes in, and I think this is the 4th time we've talked about Lamar Jackson. I am sick and tired of Lamar Jackson, but we have to keep bringing him up because that's what they're shoving down our throats right now. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, whatever, just get it over with. Somebody pay this man. Get him his cheddar. I think it's going to be the Commanders, and I hope it fails miserably. And that's all I have to say about that.
You know, my man, I hate to say it's not going to be the Commanders because Dan Rivera already went out there. Ron Rivera, I'm sorry, Riverboat Ron went out there and said that they're not going to go after Lamar along 8 other teams because it's going to take too much money. It's going to take money away from the rest of the pieces that they want to invest in, right? To me, the team that has to make the most sense, right, has to be the Colts, right? They have the assets, the number 1 pick, and, they could guarantee Lamar a deal. So, I mean, look, after Lamar's tweet, a letter to the fans, he's practically telling the Ravens that nobody else is going to offer me a sheet and you guys are not going to match it. I'm most likely going to opt out if you don't trade me, bottom line. But I think the Colts probably make the most sense because they're the team that actually need a quarterback. They've already been on this quarterback carousel with Matt Ryan, freaking Carson Wentz, right? Since and God knows who, since Andrew Luck's retired, right? So I think the Colts make the most sense, and they're probably the reason who probably need to go. Now, this is becoming such a shit show. It's Aaron Rodgers and the Packers 2.0. And again, Lamar, if you want 250 guaranteed, get a damn agent. You know what I mean? Even still, nobody's going to give it to him anyway.
Point. E-Man.
Man, Elio's coming in hot. That score's wrong, but Elio's up 2-0, so I really need to get my game face on here. Before we do move on to the next round, though, we would like a word from our sponsors.
Underdog Fantasy is here to save your post-fantasy football season blues. The easiest place to play and win with the Underdog Fantasy app. Get up to 20 times your money in a single night with our Pick'em contests. Grab some insurance when setting your picks and win even when one pick fails. Go online now and use the promo code Throwdown to double your deposit up to $100. Sit gingerbread, good girl.
All right. British lady, tell us what's on deck.
Dallas Mavericks are in a tailspin and the Los Angeles Lakers are holding on for dear life. Which one of these surprisingly struggling teams is most likely to miss the playoffs?
I'm going to go first on this one. And this one pains me, man. This is tough to swallow, what I'm going to say next, right? The take I'm going to give you. But I think the Lakers have a better chance of making the playoffs. Now that the second greatest player of all time is healthy, right? AD is playing really, really well, Anthony Davis, and he's healthy as well. Has held the fort down while LeBron has been out. I think the Lakers have a great chance of making the play-in tournament and get hot. There's 6 games left in the season, right? The Lakers still have remaining to face. There's a schedule: the Timberwolves, the Rockets, the Jazz, the Clippers, the Suns, and then they close it out with the Jazz. That's 4 wins, I believe. At 38-38, that's 4 wins out of 6, which I think it's definitely going to guarantee them the play-in tournament. And I think there will be favorite to beat whoever is at, whether it's Dallas, whether is the Portland Trailblazers, which, by the way, what's his name? Dame Time already quit the season. He shut it down for the season. But look, again, the Lakers have a better chance. Right now, the Mavs have self-destructed, all right? The Kyrie poison pill is in full effect. The curse of Kyrie lives on. They've lost so many games. I think they played 12, and they lost 8 out of the 12. And look, right now, Dallas is self-destructing. And I feel bad for Luka because he's one of my favorite players. But I think LeBron is due for one final kind of glory run here, even though it's not going to be a championship. But look, now at his age, a playoff run is pretty decent for him to get out to the first round at least, or even if it's just a loss in the first round. But I think they're due, and they're prime between any of those two teams, them and the Mavericks, to actually make a run. And LeBron can throw a little more accolades to his to his resume to still cement that second greatest title of all time.
Yeah, so LeBron is probably going to submit his place as number. Oh wait, he already did that like 3 years ago, number 1 of all time. We're not arguing that today.
Nah.
That'll be down the road. But anyway, I think both of these teams could get in. Things are looking pretty damn bleak for my Dallas Mavericks, but they are going to get in, and the reason why is the rest of their schedule is pretty smooth sailing. Kyrie and Luka can work. And you said the curse of Kyrie and blah, 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 blah. It's not about that, man. I'm watching every one of those games, and Kyrie's doing very well there. Kyrie is raising the level, in my opinion. The problem is Dallas's third best player is either Josh Green, who is emerging, don't get me wrong, or Jaden Hardy, the rookie. But man, you can't do much with the Dwight Powell. You can't do much with JaVale McGee's broke ass. It's rough right now, but I believe based on star power alone, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic will turn it on just enough. They'll squeak past Oklahoma City, and they'll be ready. They'll be ready in that play-in. And listen, this team was in the Western Conference Finals last season without Kyrie Irving. Don't sleep on him.
That's because Jalen Brunson is playing for that team up there. See that? See the New York Knicks scored like 4, and he's actually putting in. And you notice the value of that you guys lost, the grit, the intangibles that he brings over Kyrie, the selflessness, right, and everything else. That's exactly what we're looking at, man. And that's a problem. I love Luka. Luka still's gonna need that help, but it's not gonna happen this year. It's that Kyrie effect that set us up. It was only work with LeBron James. But look, this is a good David right here. He makes a good point. Don't sleep on the Pelicans, right? I hope that Zion comes back because I want to see Zion play this year, right? Pelicans is another team that can take that other run there that might, also affect the Dallas Mavericks.
I love the Pelicans. I ain't here to talk about the damn Pelicans, David. I love you, but I'm sorry. Listen, I get it. It sucked losing Jalen Brunson, but in Jalen Brunson's Dallas Mavericks career, he had 12 great games postseason last year. It took him that long to really emerge into that weapon. Kyrie's already done everything Jalen Brunson has done as a Maverick. And next year, when he signs that fat extension, we're able to get some depth. Watch the fuck out. But either way, Dallas to the moon. British lady, give me my point.
Point, Jordan.
She felt so bad for you, bro. She knew you were reaching, man, with the.
I needed it, man. You were hitting my heart, man, with those Luka and Kyrie jabs. I don't know, man. That was rough. What's next?
WrestleMania 39 is here, with the main event being a pretty decent one. Do you think the Bloodline will continue its reign? Again, E-Man, showmanship, or will it be an American nightmare that shatters Roman's dreams?
Wow, I think you want to take this one first, or is it me?
I'll go first.
You're the wrestling guy. You're the wrestling guy.
I am the wrestling guy.
This is your specialty.
This is my jam. And listen, Roman Reigns, your time is up. It is time for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was the biggest free agent acquisition in professional wrestling since Hulk Hogan went to WCW way back when. Cody Rhodes came here to win this title and to have his WrestleMania moment. Absolutely went over against Seth Rollins, blew all of his stuff out. He's been shelved, came in, won the Rumble, and he is going to march all over Roman Reigns' ass on the show of shows. Cody Rhodes, I don't know if Sami Zayn might interfere. I don't know if Randy Orton might interfere. I'm sure some crazy stuff's going to go down. Cody Rhodes is walking away as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
WrestleMania, the biggest stage in wrestling. All right, the biggest stratosphere. It's a Super Bowl of wrestling entertainment. But come on, bro, it's Roman Reigns, the big dog in the yard. All right, my man. This guy, he hasn't lost, which is his gained that championship, the WWE Championship Gold, right, since August 30th when he took over, when he won the belt of 2020. That's 940 days and counting. This guy's the big dog, man. There's no way in hell. He comes from such a long line of wrestling lineage, right? This guy is the Rock's cousins, for God's sake. All right. He's the head of the table, right? He has beaten the likes of Daniel Bryan, Edge, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, John Cena. I mean, the man beat leukemia, bro. All right. And came back and won the damn belt. All right. You're going to tell me that this guy is going to lose to Goldust's little brother. That ain't going to happen. All right. That ain't going to Goldust. That ain't going to happen, dude. All right. That's not going to happen. There's no way in hell. And this is the guy that's the big Generation X guy. All right. So look, Cody Rhodes is next on the list. Cody Starr isn't bright enough to dethrone champ, dude. So look, the big dog. Still champ.
All right, British lady. Elio brought it pretty hard there. What do you think?
Point.
Woo!
Man, this is getting interesting. This is really getting interesting. What WrestleMania number is this anyway, man? I gotta start
the
keeping
big
track.
3-9.
Holy shish kebab, bro. 3-9, man. All right, quick quiz. Who was the main event in the first WrestleMania? Probably the year you were born. Or
I don't even remember, man. The first WrestleMania, I know it was Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Before that, it wasn't as big of a spectacle. I should know that. You put me on the spot, and I failed miserably.
Actually, I may not know either, but I think it wasn't the tag team match between Roddy Piper and I think who else did he had? I forget, but it was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, right? Was that the first one? I don't know. We gotta look that up.
Second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Listen,
Yeah,
like the first 7 of them was fucking Hulk Hogan versus somebody.
Exactly.
And that's not my era of wrestling.
I know. That's when I started watching wrestling, man. I'm dating my age right now, brother. So, all right, my man. Hey, it is time. What is it? 2-2 right now, right? So I think we have
all
time.
tied up.
So, hey, British lady, Mrs. Doubtfire, Mary Poppins, give us the final round, the decision maker.
Oh, big shocker. You both have made it to round 5. Well, with the NBA season winding down, let's hear which team either of you think will be the eventual champion this year. Then I'll decide who sounds a little less stupid.
I'm gonna head this one off there, Jordan. All right.
All right.
I got it.
But before you get going, I just want to say, David Genus, you right. Go ahead.
Oh man, what was he right before I keep going? Oh yes, Hogan and and Piper and see, I was right. It was a tag team match.
No, he was right about that comment right there. Totally true.
Oh, okay.
You're right, David.
I read the other one in advance. Yes, Hogan and T and Piper and Mr. Wonderful. I forgot the other one, but I know it was the tag team one, man. You know what I mean? I actually just get the match for knowing that trivia right there, right? That's age advantage. That's what it is. But anyway, champ, who's going to win the NBA championship? Look, it is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks, right? And this is the reason why. I'm going to give you multiple reasons. When it comes to playoff basketball, right, it's usually the team that has the superstar that shine the brightest in the big stage. And that guy is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I still have a problem pronouncing his name. So you're going to see me.
Say it one more time for me.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's better than Antetokounmpo. So anyway, he is the guy that has done it before, has willed his team to come back, all right? He's beaten the likes the year they won the championship. 7 games with the Nets, right? Kevin Durant, who they were a shot away. down 0-2, took the team on his back. All right, willed the team to a championship coming back on the 76ers. All right, right now the Bucks, man, they are playing like a team possessed. They've been on a tear since the All-Star break. Giannis has played himself back into the MVP conversation, even though he's not going to win it. Right, their first overall record in the NBA. They're first in their conference. I mean, they're 30-7 at home, 25-14 on the road, 10-5 in the division, 32-15 in conference. I mean, 117.2 points per game, plus differential of 4.5, 7-3 in the last. I mean, in the last 10 games, and just because of the accolades, I mean, look, they're made to win now, right? Drew Holiday having an unbelievable season of 19 points a game. He's actually picking up the load for Chris Middleton, who's been injured on and off since that great run they had. I mean, Brook Lopez is playing the best all-around game that he's ever played. When you look at his points per game, his blocks, his defensive side, his rebounds, he's having the best season. All right, Bobby Portis got that extension, another solid year, 13.8. All right, the guy's averaging up, I think about 7-something rebounds a game. That bench, they got the right bench led by Grayson Allen, all right, a.k.a. Ted Cruz Jr. But they got the right bench led by Grayson Allen, all right, Allen. You got George Hill providing minutes. You got Pat Connington providing minutes. You got Jay Crowder, another veteran who's been in this position with other teams before. They check all the boxes, all right? They have their superstar that's going to carry them. That's going to carry them all the way to the end, all right? And then, of course, the great supporting cast. It's going to be the Bucks, and there's going to be no doubt. And Giannis, again, doing it on his own, not ring chasing. People are coming to him to win a championship, just like he did in his first championship. He's going to get his second chip this year. It is what it is.
That's cute. And listen, man, I'm as big of a Giannis Antetokounmpo fan as the next guy. Don't get me wrong. Jrue Holiday, he's a baller. Big shot Bobby Portis, man. Know all about him. I got a rowdy pack of friends in Wisconsin who will scream at you all day. Bucks in 6. And that's real nice. And they may come out of the East. I think it's going to be a dogfight, to David's point. It's going to be a dogfight with the Celtics to get out of the East. And you still got Joel Embiid in those Sixers as well. So the East, man, there's a couple of options over there. Here's what I'm going to tell you. When you look over at the standings at the top of the West, you have the Denver Nuggets, who nobody's scared of. You have the Memphis Grizzlies, who nobody's scared of. You have the Sacramento Queens, who nobody's scared of. You have the reigning, defending champion of the world. You have a team that has been to 7 finals in 9 years and won 5 of them. You have a team that was built much like your Milwaukee Bucks for today, but they were also built for yesterday, and somehow they're figuring out how to build it for tomorrow too. You have the Golden State Warriors, and man, I think no matter the matchup in round 1, they're going to storm through it. They're not scared of KD and the Phoenix Suns. They're not scared of Luka Doncic. They handled the Mavericks just last season. LeBron, been there, done that. Steph Curry, it's time for him to start really building his case. And they started talking about it last season when they won. But man, if he gets another one, he's in some pretty rarefied air. Not that he isn't already, but to me, I don't think there's anybody that's going to be able to come out of the West or the East who had the ability to stop the star power of the Klay Thompsons, the Draymond Greens, the Steph Currys. Golden State Warriors, they're taking everybody.
You know, I'm a fan of Golden State, no doubt about it, right? But I think they had their shot last year. They won their chip. I think that run is over. That run is over. And regards to the Bucks, yeah, the East is a lot tougher. You got the 76ers, but you know what's going to happen. They fold like an accordion, bro, when they get to the conference finals. And the Celtics are self-destructing as we speak. I know they haven't gotten super hot yet, but there's turmoil in that locker room. And I love Jason Tatum, but I think this is going to be Giannis' year for sure.
So you're right. the Warriors did eat last year, but it was 2 years ago that the Bucks ate, right? And outside of Klay Thompson and his bum leg, that's all the Warriors have done over the past decade is eat.
Hey, listen, man, they schooled your boy LeBron many times in the playoffs.
Many
So
times.
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. You know, you're preaching to the choir. All right.
All
Yo,
right.
what do we got?
Your queen has arrived with my final verdict, and I have to say I'm impressed how slightly intelligent E-Man sounded in that last round. So today I dub the E-Man Throwdown champion. Winner, E-Man.
Come on, man. Come on, your boy came back. I mean, I brought the juice today. I definitely brought the juice. But you know, this show is so great that there's no losers here. Actually, there are losers here, and that's you today, Jordan. So hey, British lady, give him his prize.
Dumbass.
Loser, dumb ass Jordan.
They call me dumbass. Stupid.
You got knocked the fuck out!
And now it's time for my final take, baby. Oh man, listen, this is nothing associated with what we both spoke today because I'm just gonna go off the handle here. It's opening day. All right, my Yankees had a solid opening game, 5-0 as we spanked San Francisco, 11 Ks in 6 innings for Garrett Cole. Aaron Judge, man, that contract is already paying dividends. He homered today. The future, the next Derek Jeter. Anthony Volpe, baby, had himself a steal, got a walk. Great out there on the field, man. Things are looking so bright for the start of the MLB season, baby. Major League Baseball is here. 30 teams played today. And one thing I want to say, love the fact that I love the new pitching count. I love that pitch count. It sped the games. It was actually made me want to watch a full game, which I actually did. So anyway, guys, week after week, tune into the Factory Sports Corporation YouTube channel because guess what, man? We're coming up. We're definitely here. Lots of shows, week after week, full lineup, more shows added every week. You don't want to miss any of the shows, so definitely go to the channel, turn on your notifications, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn those notifications on. All right, go to Underdog, download the app, use our code Throwdown to get another $100, an additional $100 deposit. All right, up to $100. I'm sorry, we'll double up your deposit. So the Factory Sports Network, baby, is here to stay. We are here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. On behalf of my co-host, Jordan, Loserville, your boy E-Man, signing out. Till next week. Peace.